This is Peter Arender. I'm Chief Investment Officer with Fortress Fund Managers. Well, a quiet, shorter week after the Easter weekend, but I think based on the news that we saw this week, it's a really good reminder that the pandemic, as long as it has been, is still not over. I think if people are reading US-centered news and watching US-centered news reports, you could be forgiven for thinking it's almost over. But news out of Brazil, Canada, India, France, you name it, the news is not universally good. And I think there's still some distance to go. Now, what does that mean for investments? This week, we saw Caribbean regional stocks still moving sideways, not really seeing a meaningful recovery yet. Meanwhile, back in the rest of the world, we saw global stocks continue to set new highs. So I think we've got a significant and growing differential, sort of a large ocean of difference between economies like ours here in the Caribbean and those in many other places elsewhere in the world, where the recovery out of the pandemic is unlikely to be in a straight line and it's not happening evenly everywhere. So yet another reason why global diversification, like what we have in the Caribbean Growth Fund and the High Interest Fund, with many investments around the world is super important. And as luck would have it, it looks like we should see a new all-time high in the growth fund this week. That's it from here.